So, before we go to the next level, we're going to get that thing I talked about last video, which is the treasure sensor.
Treasure sensor! Finally, I can stop whining.
I like that the treasure sensor looks like a Super Nintendo game with the shell removed.
Warning, I will not actually stop whining.
Nah. So the treasure sensor is like a little, sonar-style thing, so it starts... P-Star will start beeping.
Operation 000.
We're going back to the prologue for a second.
Okay.
Because I never got pure platinum on it because I said there was a secret, like, fight that I could not get to yet.
Mm-hmm.
It is related to the hammer. So when you're on this bus, if you look... well, not with this camera angle, but when you first get on this bus, you can actually see that there are a whole bunch of knocked out people inside the bus, but you can't get in there unless you have the hammer.
Well, yeah, you gotta save those people.
Yeah.
They deserve saving at least as much as everyone else.
So, there's actually a Kakuriga hidden inside the bus! I found this by myself on a New Game Plus.
That's handy.
Yep.
Were you just like dropping your cred right there, or what was that? Oh, I found this by myself all
No,
night.
I'm just saying that some of the collectibles feel like they're meant to be found on a New Game Plus.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I mean, because I could have found that. Like, you can see the people.
Yeah.
I mean, you're cool and all, but seriously, man.
This fight is easy to do, but it's really hard to get pure platinum on it because the requirements are really strict. So, combo isn't too bad, damage isn't too bad, it's the time that's really hard to do. The time requirement for platinum is 35 seconds, which I just barely got.
Just never stop punching.
Yeah, you have to go after the big guy first, because if you take out all the little guys first, that big guy still has a move where he can spawn in more if he feels like it.
Ah.
Yeah. So there. Now it's a pure platinum.
Wonderful, man.
Another thing with the hammer is that, actually not just the hammer. Whenever you gain new Unite morphs, you know, there are boxes for them that only they can open.
Right.
Whenever you get a new one, previous levels will sometimes get new boxes added to them. Like, this is level 1A. There's a box for pink that appears over here.
And that wasn't there before.
Yeah.
So you have to replay, or, you know, New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
And here you can hear P-Star beeping. That means there's treasure right here.
Which means it's time to slam.
And even if you can't find the exact spot where he's beeping, you know, like you're right there, again, you can just make a big hammer and it'll appear.
That's cool.
So I think the treasure sensor, and you know, is a good solution for treasures that are otherwise completely invisible. I just wish the treasure sensor worked for all the collectibles.
Yes, that would be great.
That would
be a wonderful thing.
But unfortunately, nah. But since I went through that previous level just to show that stuff off, I got more money, which means I can buy this.
Alright! Speed charge is great.
Yeah. The speed charge block just... As long as it's equipped, it just means your batteries recharge at a faster rate. It's not as essential as the similar upgrade in Beautiful Joe, but it's still really handy.
Roger.
Yeah, because essential, yeah, that's how to put it in that game. Essential, necessary, required, all those synonyms, definitely. Oh, you lost all your friends.
Aw.
I guess they just didn't want to sign on for the dental plan or whatever.
Yeah. They were happy just living in the Wonderful Mart.
They got a little wonderful spotlight, but now they're leaving it to the wonderful pros.
Another thing the hammer can do, it can block some overhead attacks, like these drill missiles.
Because it's just so huge?
Yep.
That's great.
These missiles are kind of missing me all the time, but if one of these missiles makes a direct hit on the hammer, you can just hear this really satisfying metallic clang.
Commander Nelson, enemy reinforcements approaching. I'm reading 12 carriers and 200 assault UFOs.
gonna swarm the Virgin Victory!
Oh no! We will be left without escape!
Gun stations, open fire. Shoot down
Oh,
those
right, it has
hostiles and defend the
guns.
Virgin Victory.
Whew.
I like that he orders the gun stations to fire, but it's like, just say, Alice, can you shoot the guns? Because she's the one doing all of this.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty lonely ship with you on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Time to make some people angry by having a rail shooting segment that looks fun to play and mixes up the pacing.
Like, yeah, so the Wonderful 101 does have a lot of, like, alternate gameplay sections, like little shooter bits and, you know, like the gamepad things. I understand that complaint with Bayonetta, because when it did it, they weren't that fun. Like, there is a Space Harrier-esque segment in Bayonetta that drags on for really long, and it's like really shallow too. Like, it's a remake of the first couple levels of Space Harrier, but it doesn't feel that great. I think any of the shooter segments in this game are much better because on top of them being more interesting in what is happening and what you can do, like, they're also way better paced. Like, we're done.
Ta-da! I also really like watching the hand spin the wheel.
Yeah.
That's fun. Oh, what's that? What you got?
Grappling. Some men blinking up and down. One of the guys blinking up and down was Shirogane. Damn it, old man.
He's still with you? Is Lucas still with you?
Yep.
Why? Put them both in the Virgin Victory and say sayonara. Because this game's from Japan.
Well, actually, Shirogane should stay with us because he needs to get to the thing in that one shuttle. And that's where you're going, so...
Yeah, whatever.
But Luca, yeah, he should go in the ship with Alice and Nelson.
That ship is huge. There has to be like a daycare somewhere in there.
Yeah. Like, Luca, just go on the ship and have the hot cocoa with Nelson or something. I bet he loves that.
Yeah. He'll even give you one of his other teacups.
I wonder if Commander Nelson is like one of those old guys who is always, one of those old guys who eats old people candy. Like, he's got Werther's Originals next to the T.
So, your multiplier is like nearly at 4, so if you took out your, could you have been throwing fireballs rather than just continuing to shoot?
Yeah.
Awesome. Alright, follow-up question, why weren't you? What?
Well, the fireballs bounce. They have to bounce to keep going, so they probably just would have went off the edge.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
So some trivia about this game, like the fist throws fireballs. When this game was originally pitched to Nintendo, it was going to be like this similar gameplay thing, but with all Nintendo characters.
So Wonder Red was Mario, is what
Wonder
you're
Red was
telling me?
Mario, yeah. A big red fist that chucks fireballs. The sword was most likely Link.
Yeah. And Wonder Green would be what? Wonder Metroid, probably, maybe?
Yeah, probably Samus. Wonder Metroid, yes.
Just go like all Captain N and have Wonder Belmont replace Wonder Pink.
Yeah.
They clearly tried. They got as close as they could. Oh god, I can't imagine what translating eating your enemies and turning them into your young would be.
So
in this game.
If you go past the thing you're supposed to break, you can knock this part of the ship off, and if you don't go just a little bit further in, there's a platinum coin. And I wanted to make a hammer. I was like, why isn't the hammer working? Because I accidentally knocked off all the hammer users when I broke that piece of the ship off. I accidentally knocked them all out for a second. Whoops.
So you just had to wait for him to rubber band back?
Yeah.
And by all you mean both. You still only got the 2, I think.
Yeah, just the 2.
One of them leveled up. Oh, hey, you've got a hammer stinger. Is that good for anything?
So yeah, it's not used in this video, but yeah, I'm gonna there'll be a little bit showcasing the stinger for the hammer. The hammer stinger is pretty good for taking out enemies who are in a line, or just dealing with the turtles, like doing more damage with a single strike, because the stinger for the hammer, Wonder Yellow jumps on top of it, and it shoots forward with its rockets. He just rides his own hammer. It's great.
I am digging this rotating hallway, but it is not agreeing with the Wonderliner at all.
Yeah. So here, you gotta get past the fire by shooting those tanks of water, or whatever. That's one of the sections where I've seen some people get stuck, either in first-time playthroughs or just posting about it. So yeah, like these curved sections here, the Wonderliner's fine. It's when you get to like where the curved sections meet the floor, because it's like a really hard, it's a hard corner, and they don't like to deal with that.
But again, it's still effective. It just looks like it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
You're picking up the people, but I don't understand how.
Yeah, that's the thing, actually. If your Wonderliner gets blocked by something, but you still draw the shape, it still counts. Like, for when you're recruiting people and stuff. It still knows you're trying to do a circle around them. Which is nice. And if you dare, you can pick up more batteries and stuff, but this part is always stressful for me, so I never try.
Now, those always fall, right? You can't outrun it?
Right, those always fall.
Okay. Oh wow, you're almost as high as halfway up a building.
Yeah.
Still ridiculous.
So something I like, you can't see it here just because the jet is in the way, but if you look down in the ocean, you can see like remnants of previous wars, including like destroyed Geth robots.
Oh wow, the world's a shithole.
Yeah. The treasure sensor goes off here. The second and fourth platform here have stuff in them.
What?
Yeah.
That's great.
You don't have to wait to pick them up, they just magnetize to you.
Oh, that's good. Oh man, this ship looks awesome.
It's a cool ship.
It must be piloted by someone who just barely failed their Wonder exam. Because they must be so awesome, but if they're so awesome, why aren't they in the team?
Did you see that sweet trick he did with the plane? He must have, like, failed the exam by, like, 1 point or something.
Oh.
His gun did get blown up, though, but that's okay.
Oh, no, he totally, like, made the team, but was like, no, my place is here. The GDA needs me.
Yeah. So on top of firing normal bullets, you can also do a charge shot. And the charge shot is actually important because this guy...
oh, it disrupts the teleporting.
Yeah, well, not the teleporting, but it'll knock him out of some attacks.
Oh, okay. It should knock him out of the teleporting, too, because that looks annoying as heck.
So, like, here, he'll start winding up, and if you shoot him with a charge shot, it stops him. So we're also defending that other ship. If it takes damage, it doesn't count towards your damage ranking. You just have to make sure it doesn't blow up. There is friendly fire here, though, so I accidentally shot him for a second, so that little stop appeared above him for a second.
Wonder jump! Wonder jump!
It's okay. I think the pilot's okay. It might be this wonderful one here. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. That would make so much sense.
Wonder Money.
Okay, it makes less sense, actually.
Yeah, I don't think he's the pilot. I think he was just along for the ride. It must have been one of these dudes. I'm glad they give you the opportunity to rescue everybody in the ship.
It's always nice when they have that thing that lets you be more heroic.
Yeah.
You know? It's really annoying when people complain about stuff like that, like, I don't know, that whole thing in Clerks about all the independent contractors on the second Death Star.
Yeah.
And just sidelining anyone making an argument like that while giving you an excuse to be an even bigger hero is so much fun.
Yeah. And also pretty satisfying.
It really fits with the game's mood.
Yeah.
I love this game's mood.
So now we're gonna mess up this Envin, or Kevin. I like calling him Kevin. The only thing you really have to worry about here is that like orbiting laser thing sometimes, because it moves kind of fast.
I didn't get a chance to say it during the shooty segment because it went by too quickly and there was too much awesome stuff happening. But I really like the look of Kevin just like gleaming at you through the smoke clouds.
Yeah.
And all this weather. It looks like really just cool and severe, and oh man, it's business time.
Yeah.
But while also always giving you a chance to know where Kevin is in all this smoke.
Oh, there's the stinger for the hammer.
Awesome.
Flip this guy over. Whoop. When it tips over and tries to throw you off, Wonder Ball makes it really easy to recover.
Nice.
You can just roll straight back up.
In the sequel, there will be a chef. Wonder Chef will upgrade to one of the main wonderful ones.
Oh, man.
And there will be a Wonder Flipper, known in some regions as Wonder Spatula.
Oh, I got hit! It's okay. I've got Ukemi.
Wonder Spatula will only be used for flipping enemies.
Oh, man.
Wonder Jump!
So yeah, Ukemi's really good, but it takes a lot of practice because it, you know, the timing is your leader character. You have to press jump when he hits the ground. You know, when you have so much other stuff going on, that might be hard to see when he hits the ground exactly.
How much practice did it take to stop just jumping up in the air and fist pumping when he makes that pose after you get it right?
A lot of practice. But eventually you can learn how to do Ukemi without actually having to see the person actually hit the ground. It's just a timing thing, because every time you get hit, the game goes into slow motion for a second. And you can always use that bit, like when the game goes into slow motion, you know, okay, this is where the timing for Ukemi starts.
That's handy.
And it's also kind of easy to practice Ukemi, because like, if there's environmental hazards like fire or something, you can just bump into it and it'll knock you over, and you can just practice the timing that way. Also, just like how there's a platinum coin off the edge, there's a heart off the edge here, too.
But hey, let's meet a new friend.
Ooh. Hey. Super wonderful cake to go.
It just sounds like something you'd mutter to yourself in your sleep. Super wonderful cake to go.
I'm just craving one.
Hey, it is my birthday.
Oh, man.
So, if you want to send any of your super wonderful cakes to me, that'll be really hard because you don't know my address, people listening to this at home. When is this going up? This is going up on like the 10th, probably? Ish?
Yeah.
Oh, you missed my birthday, sorry.
Aw. So,
I should have mentioned it in video 8.
Oh well. So something that happened when I was fighting the previous one of these guys is I did a multi-morph sword, and it blocked the laser for me.
Nice!
So, you know, normally you have to pull out the sword to block lasers, but you can also do multi-morph swords, and they will also stop and block lasers for you.
Perfect.
Also, a little detail, it doesn't really matter gameplay-wise, it just happened there. When you make big Unite morphs, the room also has to be big enough to accommodate the size of the Unite morph. So like that sign that's hanging off the ceiling, I made a big whip underneath it, but the whip was taller than the clearance, so the whip broke and reverted to the next, the biggest size it could be.
Do they ever really play with that in the encounter design? Like,
no, they don't.
You that way? Oh.
No, it's just like a little, it's just a little thing.
It seems like a wrinkle that might get added in to mix things up, or maybe in a secret mission. But then the secret missions are all in that big circular arena, so...
Yeah. There might actually be like 1 or 2 places maybe where that might be a factor, but it never plays a huge factor in any fights or anything. And I'm betting most people would never even notice it.
Wonderful 101-2. Looking at you.
So that's not a ranked fight, but if you beat everybody there, it just reveals a secret mission.
Finders keepers. What did you get that for?
So there is a bottle cap for finding all of the Kakurigas in each operation of the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And this is the last one for this operation.
Yep. 2 turtles.
Is it just 2 turtles?
It's just
2 turtles and a time limit, I see.
It's just 2 turtles and a time limit, yeah. And also the requirements for getting platinum is kind of strict. Mainly the time limit. It's like 1.5 minutes, I think. When you're first starting out, that is not enough time to fight turtles. So with the score system in this game, how it works is basic attacks, just hitting enemies with Unite morphs does not get you that many points. The large, like, if you have a 10 size Unite morph, each hit only gets you 1 point. Larger Unite morphs get you more points per hit.
Perfect.
But the way you want to get, the way to a good score is, you know, using basic attacks to get a high combo multiplier, and then getting the big score bonuses like blocking attacks and stuff like that.
Multimorphs? Are multimorphs a factor?
Yeah. Multimorphs also help too, just because
When did you get so many Hammer Bros? Look at them all!
Yeah. Another thing is, your combo multiplier does reset, but it does not reset if you get hit. It only resets if you don't deal damage for a while. It's actually 6 seconds, I think. So if 6 seconds pass and you don't hit any enemies, it'll reset to 0.
That doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Especially when you've got stuff like the gun and team attack.
Yeah.
That's one of the other benefits of team attack, is just when you let people climb onto dudes, they're always punching them as long as they're latched on. So even though they're not doing that much damage, they're just constantly resetting.
Oh, goody! Here she is! That container I was telling y'all about. Once we switch on the puppy I got packed away in here, those jerks will never get their hands on the super reactor.
Do it already, Gramps! Turn that thing on before they take out the whole port!
Easy does it, son. This here's gonna take a good 10 minutes to fire up at least.
10 minutes? Dude, that's enough to make, like, 3 cup ramens!
Or you could make them all at once and be done in 3 minutes.
Shut up.
Red, emergency orders from Commander Nelson.
The Virgin Victory is holding off as much as we can, but some enemy ships have still gotten through to Stratoport. Proceed to the roof of the station and protect the super reactor at all costs.
Oh, who does he think he is? A girl needs a shower between assignments. Ma chérie, I am sure you smell as sweet as a fresh plucked rose. You do not even think about smelling me!
comm relays are being prioritized for tactical interferometry support. Keep a lid on the chatter.
Roger. Destination Stratoport roof. Team, let's move.
If the boat falls, we are done for.
So then we don't let it fall. Nelson's got our backs.
Not really, I'm just making tea.
Alice has your backs. Come on.
You know I'm just kind of a figurehead. It's all Alice is doing.
All right, good job.
A lot of money just for rescuing all those excess people.
Well, yeah. If you don't get money for that, what should you get money for? Seriously.
Wonder jump. Wonder jump.